Hello again. I'm happy you're here. Today's story is about a lost connection and how time can heal even the deepest wounds. It's a reminder that it's never too late to say what matters most. Let's get started. This is a story about reconciliation and second chances. The unsent letter. Emma found the envelope while organizing her mother's old writing desk. It was yellowed with age and sealed, but had her name on it written in her father's handwriting. Her hands shook as she opened it. Her father had passed away 10 years ago, and they hadn't spoken for years before that. Inside was a letter, dated just 2 months before his death. He had written about his regrets, his memories of her as a child, and how sorry he was for the choices he had made. It wasn't long or poetic, but it was honest. He had never sent it. Emma sat in silence, holding the letter to her chest. She remembered the arguments, the hurt, and the long years of silence. But the letter felt like a door opening, even though it had arrived too late. She called her brother and read the letter to him. They cried together, something they hadn't done since the funeral. For the first time in years, they spoke honestly not just about their father, but about their own pain, their distance, and the walls they had built between each other. Over the next few months, Emma visited her brother more often. They talked, laughed, and even shared old family photos. The letter hadn't fixed everything, but it had started something. A soft healing. A silent message finally delivered. Now let's go over some of the words. They might be challenging at B2 level, so let's review them together one by one. Let's start with envelope, a flat paper cover used to send letters. Emma found an envelope on the desk. Now let's look at sealed, closed tightly, so it can't be opened easily. The envelope was still sealed. Take a moment with handwriting, the way someone writes by hand. The envelope had her father's handwriting on it. Here's shook, the past of shake, meaning her hands were moving from emotion. Her hands shook as she opened the letter. Let's review passed away, a softer way to say died. Her father passed away 10 years ago. Now explore regrets, feelings of sadness about something you wish you had done differently. He wrote about his regrets. Look at poetic, beautiful and emotional in writing. The letter wasn't poetic, but it was real. Let's check arguments, strong verbal fights, or disagreements. She remembered their arguments. Here's silence, when people don't speak to each other. There were years of silence between them. Now look at funeral, a ceremony held after someone dies. Emma and her brother hadn't cried together since the funeral. Let's try distance, emotional or physical space between people. They talked about the emotional distance between them. Explore walls, not just physical, but emotional barriers people build. They had built walls between each other. Check the word shared, to give something to someone else. They shared photos and memories. Let's explore healing, the process of becoming healthy again. Their bond was slowly healing. Try delivered, to bring or give something to someone. The letter had finally been delivered, even if late. Here's reconciliation. When people make peace after a fight. This was a story of reconciliation. Now look at choices, the decisions we make. Her father said he was sorry for his choices. Explore honest, telling the truth, even if it's hard. The letter was simple but honest. Let's finish with second chances. another opportunity to make things right. The letter gave them a second chance. Thank you so much for reading. Today's story shows us that words, even delayed ones, can carry great meaning. Don't wait too long to say what matters. See you next time.